guys, it's me, Ruowen Huang. Finally, we tried to do a broadcast. Anyway, before I begin, let me first introduce myself. My name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. I've been wanting to do broadcasts for a long time, but I guess, I caught the flu since the beginning of the years and been sick ever since. And then finally been sick ever since. But it's hard to really come up and do a topic. But today, I do want to talk about this topic with you all because I believe many of you probably suffer through this most of the time. The topic is, how do I stay positive at all time? Like, how do I stay positive? Like a lot of time I realize the more they try to be positive, the less they feel positive. And they eventually almost feel like a tug of war. So what I really want to say to that is, you can't. You cannot stay the positive at all time. Why? Just like you cannot have daylight the whole time. Yeah, you may have daylight, but you will have to sleep. You somehow have to sleep. Because if you ever refer to my previous episode, you will know I continuously saying this. Hi. I continue saying this, all existence in the universe are vibration. Get it? You don't see relationship of that? That's okay. Then you probably heard me saying everything in the universe have two sides of it. Two sides. There is positive side, there's negative side, right? There is daylight, there's nighttime. There is high, there is low. To really understand it, that is to understand this basic foundation that all things in the universe are vibration. There is high, there is low. Everything has two sides to it. If you really understand that, you will understand positive is simply one side of it. One negative part is the other side of it. That is, when positive is here, you will have to expect the negative part of it. You know what I mean? It's almost very consistent. If you really want to stay so-called positive the whole time, my personal experience, then again, I can only share my personal opinions. The closer you are to the balance point, the better you are able to stay in so-called positive side because you quickly get yourself out that deep and then you get up to it. Now I'm going to teach you how can we do this. Long time ago, I wrote a blog about how to get over everybody deal with low sometimes. I do too. It doesn't matter how much I know. It doesn't matter, how much I learn. I am a human. I could deal with obstacle. I could feel very shitty sometimes, just like you. But then I do realize most of people, when they're in their low, they have two responses to it. One is try to fight it. Fight it means try to deny it. Try to fight against it. Try to basically prove like they are not important or you don't exist. I learned everything about positive now. I learned everything about positivity. So I just gonna stay there. And I really don't want any negative people around me. Don't want any negative thing around me. Don't want any negative energy around me. Which you understand, it really doesn't make sense. But, now we know better. You will see, okay, accepting positivity and accepting negativity is basically the same thing. It's how I view it, right? How I perceive it. Then you will start understand that in me, there is a good side of me. As I always say, I have a very good side of me. Most of the time, I'm very good. Does that mean I don't have a dark side? No. I have a very dark side in me, which is very violent and very dark and really careless. You know what I mean? While I'm being good, I'm also very aware of me being bad. I also very aware of exactly what element I need to trigger my evilness or dark side. Therefore, I will try to live my life in a way that my dark side would not be triggered, right? But other from that, what I'm here to say to you is, like just this morning, I tried to have a conversation with my husband. What I really try to say is, when you are accidentally getting to your low, getting to your bottom, instead of fighting it and say, you don't matter, you don't exist, I don't want you, I don't need you, understand, just understand that part of you, the dark side of you, would say, what do you mean? I am you. I matter. How can you say I don't matter? We all know how kids will react if we say that thing to them, right? Like, you don't matter. I don't need you. They're only just going to throw us more trauma. They're only going to throw us more tantrum, right? So to prevent that, what do? We say, I know you matter. And I know you are there. And I know you're feeling low. Now, let me take care of you, right? So while most of the time you are in high, now you're dealing with low. I hope instead of saying that to your inner child, say, look, you don't matter. I wish you guys can simply change your face a little bit and say, you know what? I know you are there. And I know you matter. Now, let me take care of you. Now, how you take care of your inner child, dark side, depression, negativity, I don't know. But as I say, everybody is different based on individuality. But give today as an example. Today is a sunny day, and Vancouver has been raining like hell for weeks now. So the good day like this, I would say, you know what? Would you like a walk? This would be me having a conversation. Would you like a walk? No, I'm too grumpy to have a walk. Then I would say, you know what? How about let me take you out for a walk? Let me show you the pretty sides of the country, and then let's soak up some vitamin D. Let's just soak it up. It's for free anyway. Let's do that, okay? And then when I force my reluctant child inside me out, like grumpy little child within me out, and see the beautiful side, and continue saying, see, it's not too bad. Let's breathe in some air. Let's look at some flower. How about let's even pick up a movie that you want to see, or you always want to see that I don't have time to attend your need for. Or I would even say, how about that favorite coffee you like? How about that? Would you like that? Would you like that? Here, let's go to a coffee shop, sit down, and then have the best coffee that you want the most, right? So if instead of attending your inner child or negativity, say, hey, you don't matter, I really don't care about you, just get out of my life. If you can give it simply different aspect or attitude, say, you know what, you do matter because you are part of me, and let me take care of you. Let me take a very good care of you. You will start to realize how your inner child have less need to fight against you, right? Because all of a sudden, that part of you got taken care of. That part of you feel like, oh, yeah, okay, maybe I don't need to throw a tantrum. Maybe I don't need to be grumpy. Okay, but just remember I'm here, okay? So if that doesn't work, of course, there's situation like, when we are in really, really low, that we just don't believe we can see the possibility in our future, we can see anything. There's also another way that I wrote on the blog long time ago. Give it a timeline. You know what I mean? Give it a timeline. Give it a deadline. Human brain work with deadline really well. You may not agree, but trust me, it worked really well. Most of us in the depression believe, or in our low, we believe it's endless. It's not true. Just like there's an expiry date in our happiness too. There's an expiry date to our sadness too. So give it an expiration date. You know what I mean? So when you realize I'm really low, instead of thinking, oh my God, I'm just going to wake up feeling hopeless every day or every morning, and I don't know how long it's going to last, you can simply say, okay, I understand you are low, and I understand you need attention. How about this? Will 1 week be enough for you to be sad? No? Okay, 2 weeks? Get on the negotiating table with your inner child, or lowness, or sadness, and simply say, how long do you need to work this? And then during this time, do whatever you want to do. Do whatever. If you feel like just lying on the bed, watch a soap opera, then do it. If you feel like eating junk food, then go ahead and go wild with it, right? If you want to, simply do nothing, then that's just simply do nothing, But what I'm saying here is, but we have a deadline, okay? So you can only do it until deadline. And till deadline, after deadline, we're going to do something different. So what I'm saying is it comes down to very simple. If you follow to my broadcast long enough, I can talk about this topic forever. But if really, the truth is, if if you follow my broadcast long enough, you will start to understand how our life turned out to be, or where is it going, have a lot to do on who we are, what we are. A lot of time we grow up in a society tell us we don't matter. The truth is we do matter. And it is the foundation of everything you are going to build. So it's not always so dreadful. It's not always so terrible, like why we become the human we are, why we look the way you are. What I'm here really suggesting is it could be very enjoyable. It could be a lot of possibility, but let's figure this one out first. So if you really understand that foundation, you will really realize instead of being positive at whole time, which is impossible because everything in the universe is a vibration. Everything in the universe has two sides to it. Then instead of always rejecting that part of you, that just happen to whine all the time, that happen to complain all the time, that happen to think of the worst possible side of things the whole time. It's okay. It's still part of me. Treat it like an adult. You know what I mean? Instead of saying you don't matter, what I'm here simply suggesting is treat it like an adult. Sit on a negotiating table with them all the time and really work it away. Say, how can I take care of you? How can I, attend to your need? Because you too are important to me. When you're doing that exercise way more frequent, way more regularly, trust me, you will eventually see how balance come to you earlier than anything else. You are able to get yourself out of that funk, much faster than you always have to. So anyway, just beginning of the year, I have a lot to share. I know I haven't been on top of my feet, on top of my game, but you know what? One of those days you think taking care of myself actually matter. So, again, if you like what I'm doing, you can always join me live on Facebook or go to subscribe my YouTube channel or my website, ruowen.com. Till then, next time. Bye.